What's going on, guys? My name's Citizen Nuketown, and today I got a guest with me, and his name's EC4. I'll leave his channel in the description, but he's another S&D player, and I thought we'd bring back the dual comms, make this extra fun, and not have to listen to just me today. So, just tell us about yourself, EC.
What's up, guys? I'm EC. I play Call of Duty, and I post it as well. It's pretty much all search and destroy, and, you know, pretty much any Call of Duty. It doesn't really matter which particular one. I like posting the old ones just as well as the new ones. And that's about it.
All right, sweet. So today I think we're going to talk to you guys about what we can do and what the developers can do to really bring back Call of Duty to its kind of prime stage. Because if you guys have been living under a rock, like the numbers that people have been playing overall of Call of Duty just kind of decreased. I remember seeing a live comm from like XJAWS and Black Ops 1, and there's like 1.4 million people on, and nowadays that's fucking ridiculous. So yeah, I don't know, what do you want to start off with? You want to start first with what you think would make it better?
Yeah, sure, I can start. One of the things that I think that they really need to do is I think that they need to kind of get away from the create a class options where you can pick and choose anything and return to the 3-tier perk system. Wild cards or not, just because I feel like they have too many balancing issues whenever they just let people pick and choose what they want, and they can't really account for everything. And that kind of results in classes such as, you know, a Riot Shield with C4s and Danger Close and Blast Shield just being way too strong. And I feel like that would really benefit the franchise a lot, just in terms of the different class selections and how people could put together things. And, you know, you had to forfeit things back then. And I think that was a good thing, that you couldn't just pick all the best perks. A lot of times the best perks would be in the same tier, and you know, you couldn't have them both at the same time.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that. And like, especially with like the dead silence, amplify, or awareness, or whatever, just combination being like pretty cheap and powerful if you have a headset for search and destroy. Just the 3-tier perk system like really limited what you could do, and being kind of this one-man army, and having someone just be like this all-powerful character is just gonna and adds more variety and more strategy overall. So one thing that I know I would want to have changed into the next couple Call of Duties is just kind of remove kind of the easy bullshit perks and attachments that just make the game easier, like target finders, noob tubes, just anything that is kind of really ridiculous that alters the game just completely, like the Riot Shield radar. It just, all of that is really stupid, and it rewards people for not, you know, just for being stupid assholes.
Yeah,
I don't know how else to say that, but they're just...
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I've said for a while now that I think to make a great Call of Duty, they should try and make one with the intention that when it gets picked up by MLG or the Pro Circuit, that circuit won't have to restrict any items in the Create a class. I think that would just help a lot. Because, I mean, they're always talking about how they want to return to, you know, gun-on-gun battles and everything like that. But then they put in all these things that are kind of free kills in terms of the explosives and, you know, all that bullshit. Definitely.
Yeah. Like, I think I heard from someone, like, going back to the COD 4... competitive scene, they only had to ban like 3 times frag in some like the first tier perks, and that was it. And having something like that definitely made the game more fun and fair for everyone, and not like easy points for sitting in a corner with this Riot Shield or Target Finder LMG or some other bullshit. But yeah, I don't. You want to say another point?
Definitely. They definitely banned a lot less back then, although they banned a lot of the first tier stuff just because that was where you put Claymore, C4, RPGs, all that they banned. But in terms of just the perks of how they affect your character, I think that the 3 times frag, if you could even consider it that something affecting the character, that was really the only one that they banned. Yeah, I like that idea a lot. I think one of the things that they should do is, back then, though, your stats were hidden. You could see the stats of people in your friends list, but there was no lobby leaderboard. And, stats I feel kind of iffy. Like, I would prefer if they just removed them entirely or removed things such as kill-death ratio and just had, like, a win-loss or something like that, because I hate whenever... I feel like it forces people to play campier and to get more frustrated and to use better guns and not really experiment and just play for fun when they're worried about a stat and how other people will see it and how it'll make them, look in these other players' eyes. And, it's really became kind of a stat whoring deal now. It's a really big deal what your KD is and what your win-loss is, even though it's in no way a true reflection of your skill.
Yeah. I know, like, going to, like, Black Ops 2 recently, people like to rage quit as soon as, like, this guy has so many kills in Search and Destroy, let's not play him, he's clearly a nerd, and it can get frustrating that they leave, and I don't really try that much anymore, and I just use, like,
crossbows.
I pretty much just use, like, crossbows and executioners and silent shotguns, and they're just like, this asshole's gonna use dead silence, awareness, foul, camp corners, and...
Well, in their defense, I mean, you are pretty fucking nerdy. But, that's another great point that I wanted to mention, and I forgot, that it will diminish, I think, or reduce the amount of rage quitting, because right now it's just an epidemic. I mean, as soon as you call in any big streak, people leave the lobby. They just leave. They're out. They don't want to deal with it because it'll affect their stats.
Yeah. That's pretty much every game. Like, going back to any game, like, you call in a napalm in Black Ops 1, they're gone, even though that thing's pretty shit. And, like, you're lucky to get 1 or 2 kills with that, like, when you use it, if any. And, I don't know, just no lobbies fill up anymore, like,
nope.
At all. It's awful.
Yep. And then the last thing that I would say that they could really do to improve, and it's kind of two things and they're kind of related, is just work with their feedback. They need to positively accept good feedback, not people just saying, oh my god, this game fucking sucks, but people who are offering constructive criticism. They really need to look at it and, not just block people on Twitter. And they need to, like, how companies hire, like, a PR person?
Yeah.
I wish that they would just hire someone and their whole job is to play that Call of Duty, and even to play older Call of Duties and ban the hackers, but to play the current Call of Duty and just say, a lot of people are using this, or this is extremely frustrating to die to, or this is overpowered. Because I think having that feedback would be the best way for them to determine how to adjust things and balance things and patch things. I think that would really benefit them if they just hire somebody to play the damn game.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of the people that work on these games, like, after a while, they just kind of don't want to see it anymore. They don't want to play it. They want nothing to do with it if they're, like, that's their 9 to 5 or even more. And they just don't play it for fun like everyone else would. It's part of their job, and maybe they're not good at it. Maybe they're just someone who's just a graphic designer, and finding someone who's really passionate about the game and giving them critical feedback on what needs to be changed would be really important.
I agree, and I think that I hope that the 3-year development cycle that they're going to will help out with that. Because in the 2-year, they finish a game and then they have to immediately start working on the next one.
Yeah, like I don't really like the idea of just, like, scrapping this game. We're going to start fresh. We're going to do something new, and everything that we've kind of learned from this game is just going to be taken away. Like,
yeah,
it doesn't make any logical sense that they want to do that. And fuck kitty camos as well. That was a fucking joke.
Oh yeah, that was my last point of how they could improve Call of Duty. Not add kitty camos, but add kitty camos where the kitties are in space.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's how you do
Cats
it.
in space are better, but yeah, I think we're just gonna wrap this up here. It's oh my god, this is like a 9.5 minute commentary. Jesus Christ. But I hope you guys did enjoy, and if you want to go check out EC's channel, it will be in the link in the description or somewhere on the screen if I feel like I'm not lazy. I more or less will be lazy, and it will probably just be in the description. But check him out. He's a great guy, great commentator, and a great person at playing Search and Destroy. But that's it. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I am signing out. Peace, guys.
See ya.
See ya.